Arsenal fans, we've spent weeks talking about Morgan Rogers. Every other day, it feels like there's another rumour, another update, another debate about whether Arsenal should be paying the sort of money Aston Villa are expected to demand. But this morning, a massive twist out of France may have changed everything. Reports are now claiming Bradley Barcola wants to leave PSG after contract talks reportedly stalled. And if that's true, Arsenal could suddenly have a chance to move for a player many supporters never expected to become available this summer. The problem is, Arsenal aren't the only club paying attention. Liverpool are there, Manchester United are there, and what looked impossible a few weeks ago is suddenly starting to feel very real. If Arsenal suddenly have a genuine chance to sign Bradley Barcola, can they afford to let Liverpool get there first? Because let's be honest, this is exactly the sort of story Arsenal fans love discussing. A few weeks ago, Bradley Barcola didn't feel like a realistic option. He was at PSG playing at the highest level and looked like the sort of player Arsenal supporters could admire from a distance rather than realistically expect to see at the Emirates. But football moves quickly, and now the conversation feels very different. According to the latest reports, Barcola's future in Paris is becoming increasingly uncertain. Contract talks have reportedly stalled, and claims have emerged suggesting the French international wants a move away from the club. PSG still value him highly and are not actively looking to sell. But once stories like this start appearing, every major club in Europe starts paying attention, and Arsenal have every reason to pay attention. We're talking about one of the most exciting young attackers in European football. Fast, direct, technically outstanding, a player capable of creating something out of nothing. Arsenal supporters have spent months talking about the need for more attacking depth, especially on the left side. Let's be honest. Everyone can see we're running Bukayo Saka into the ground. A player like Barcola instantly changes that conversation. The issue is Arsenal may not have this opportunity all to themselves. Liverpool continue to be heavily linked. Manchester United are reportedly watching developments closely as well. And that's where things start getting uncomfortable. Because if PSG become more open to a sale, Arsenal could find themselves going head-to-head with two Premier League rivals for one of the most exciting players potentially available this summer. Then there's the Morgan Rogers debate. For weeks, Rogers has been one of the names dominating Arsenal discussions. But Aston Villa are expected to demand a huge fee, and that immediately raises questions. If Barcola genuinely becomes available, does that change Arsenal's priorities? Does it change yours? Because that's the conversation many Arsenal fans are starting to have right now. If both deals were genuinely possible this summer, which direction should Arsenal be pushing hardest? For now, there are still plenty of unanswered questions. Will PSG convince Barcola to stay? Will another club move first? Will Arsenal decide other targets remain the priority? Nobody knows yet. But one thing is becoming clear. A transfer that felt completely unrealistic not long ago suddenly feels a lot more believable than it did a few weeks back. And if this situation keeps moving in the same direction, don't be surprised if Bradley Barcola becomes one of the biggest Arsenal transfer stories of the entire summer. So if Arsenal could only choose one, who are you taking? Bradley Barcola or Morgan Rogers?